I have taken the CAT exam but not scored very good marks. I can't afford GRE, GMAT. Is there any way to get into your college? Because with average package of 17 lakhs and fees of only 13 lakhs, I think this is the best ROI and one of the very good top 20 colleges in India. So is there any way out for me?
Sure, you can give Jio Entrance Test, which is called
Yeah.
JET exam. So it has some multiple sections. So it tests on the max, so verbal and pseudo coding. So based on this, you will be shortlisted.
You took any of the exams or you took only JT?
No, I've just entered through the JET exam. After that, they called me for I've
For the
shortlisted for
interview.
the interview.
Correct.
That
Correct.
is
We'll talk about the
happened.
detail sometime. And same, how about you, your story?
So first I gave the GATE exam, but I scored little less in the GATE exam. So after that I applied for the JET, that is Geo and Entrance Test, and there I scored the good because it had different sessions like algorithms, verbal, non-verbal, pseudo codes, coding. So all of the aspects were covered, and it's more relevant towards my career. So yeah,
Correct.
that was better.
And because there's no negative marking, I
Yeah,
can easily
because of
score
no
well.
negative marking, so we tried
तुक्के
to
मारा था आपने कुछ ये हम कैमरे पे नहीं डालेंगे but of course if I look at the paper and we have a sample paper as well, I've given the link in the description box. You can check out sample paper. I think a good student can score around 70-75% paper can be solved.
exactly.
Remaining 25 question, what you did was you left it blank or ke jamata
We
di?
like no, we can spend some more time. थोड़ा सा टाइम देके after like brain boost करके like we can check whether we are able to do. But then if like as there are no negative marking, so you can attempt.
करके आना चाहिए.
So the same case. So in coding, I was able to answer, but few in the verbal and non-verbal, I did some little bluff like Jai Mataji or ABCD. Somehow it worked for me.
Correct. So if we talk about the JET exam, how will you consider the level of difficulty? It's not that tough as CAT exam, but it's not very easy as well. A lot of tricky questions as well, time consuming. So mass verbal is very similar to the other exam. If you ask me to compare with some exam, non-CAT exam, pick up any exam, they're all comparable. It's not as tough as a CAT exam. But if we talk about the coding section, so how to attempt? How did you prepare for that exam?
So firstly, it is not too hard, too easy. It's somewhere in the balances between low to high, medium. So it is more of a pseudo coding. Like they already give the coding part. You just need to analyze that code.
Analyze
What
the
will be
code.
the output, or what would be the step, or the printing, or what it would be the output. So it is more of a like that. So I think someone with enough preparation, they will definitely crack it.
Okay. What I've seen, I have not done Python or any other language, but C was there in my engineering. I'm sorry, I belong to the Nagpur University where they still do C and C++. But so the C, the base of C, the whatever steps we have understood, it was enough to understand what is the code going to happen, what is going to the output, or so if you tell me to find the mistake, which symbol to be used, that obviously I don't know. But if you tell me to understand what is going to output, we can find out. Any engineer can do that if you are decent enough in the coding section of the exam. Which kind of coding language they use?
So it's more of like it touches everything. So it will like pseudo coding, no? So this gives in the step one, step two, what will be the output of the final step. Few questions are on Python, few questions are on C. So it is a balance. Like they try to touch upon all the levels and assess the candidate.
Okay. How was your experience there? So because there is no cutoff, I believe 75% attempt is a good attempt to go for.
Right. So as a mechanical engineer, it was a little tough for me to start with this career and this segment. But when I started, तो पता चला कि it's kind of similar to what we have done in first year, that is C programming.
Correct.
Even now also
C चल रहा है.
C ही चल रहा है. तो first year में C हो जाता है. तो same kind of thing is implemented in Python. And if you have any like आपने कभी भी अगर Python किया हो, तो you will understand what pseudocode is. And during coding also, like कोई भी coding language हम सीखते हैं, it starts with pseudocode only कि how pseudocode is, and then you implement that code in your coding language. So anyone who have done or ever seen a code can able to do it. It's not so hard, not so easy. It's somewhere in between.
Correct. So what strategy should be? Now we have got 4 days remaining for the exam. So by the way, 31st is the last day to apply. You can apply now. And the best way to prepare for that is pick up the sample paper which is there
Right.
and just go through the same type of question.
Right. Right.
I think that's more than sufficient to do in the last 3-4 days. You can do that much, at least you can do.
Right. Just what my suggestion will be, just check up on the whole, what all segments are there, what all different
Pattern is there,
pattern is
question is
there,
coming.
and just go with it. Try to solve as much as questions they can. And if you have enough, like better preparation, average preparation will also work, I guess.
Correct. All right. So my next question will be around even if you have scored bad in the CAT exam or very good in the CAT exam, I would still recommend going for JET because they're going to consider the best of the two scores. So if anyway they're going to choose the best, तो दोनों जगह और वैसे भी if you're through CAT you're applying for a Jio Institute, you have to pay the fees, the exam fees. So anyway जब fees pay कर ही रहे हो तो exam दे भी दो, what if you score good marks, उस दिन jam मतलब 4 question ज़्यादा तुक्के लग गए, so you might end up scoring more marks, so better chance to convert. So this is our first part. Now, if you look at the admission criteria, so to get the call, 33% weightage is for the JET score. JET, CAT, जो भी आपने exam दिया है. 33% weightage is for your academic record, work experience, and your extracurricular activities. So both of us, we are here. You have work experience. You don't have any work experience. So was it any kind of an advantage or a drawback you felt during the interview? कि मेरा work ex है तो उसका फायदा मिला कि नहीं मिला?
So for me, the advantage was once the exam is done, so they called. So I visited the campus and had tour, and then in the interview, it is more on the less. It will be on the work ex. So they drilled questions on the work, what you're done, why you're interested, why you're doing the transition. So the problem solving approach. So the way you look at the problems and what is your thinking ideology, whether you will be fit or not. So they're more assessed on this, on the work ex culture. So this is how they done.
Today every college is want people with experience. So
Right.
in that scenario, how did you crack the interview here? What is the secret?
No, more or even this scenario was same as he explained. So the difference was I come with a background, like I started my startup back 2 years. So just that may be the differentiating factor, because in the results they don't reveal what was the differentiating factor or what made you in this Geo Institute. But I have so many friends like in our batch also, जो recent freshers ही है. So if you have good knowledge, if you have something you can portray in your interviews. So because यहाँ पे सिर्फ exam के basis पे नहीं होगा. So if you have just interview, like if you have a good speaking communication skills also, so that will also work in interview. Even we have some students from different backgrounds, like life sciences background, some are from statistics background. So it's just you should have a good knowledge of your domain, and along with that you should be good at communication. So if two things are there, then definitely it will work.
Correct. 1/3 weightage for the exam. 1/3 weightage is for your work experience or your extracurricular activity. Like in your case, you have own company. So at one time को मिला. 1/3 is for the interview. How was the interview? Was it very technical? Do I need to prepare too much for the interview, or it's like more of a HR based question as well?
See, preparation should be done because otherwise you will be fumble. So you will not do well. So do on the self introduction part and prepare something. What is your vision? What is your long term goal? Why you're transitioning? You need to be able to tell that. So do some problem solving and little bit of aptitude. Maybe for my personal strategy was India Bix. So everyone knows that. So I prepared that. So they assess on these on the communication skills. So little bit preparation is needed. More of a little technical, more of a behavioral and HR. I think this
More
would be a
than enough
blend.
to. So I think if you prepare the answer of why this program, that cover up half of the उसमें आपका goals भी आ गया, past भी आ गया, present, future, everything is taken care of.
Right. So why this exam or why this institute, if I have to answer, then 1 year course. Within 1 year, you are getting the AI&DS degree from here, that is PGPE certification. That too from the Jio Institute. Jio is a big brand name. Along with that, you have the faculties. Like we had faculty for NLP. We had Larry sir from US, Chicago. Then we had the one faculty from Israel for ethical responsible AI. Then sorry.
For data visualization from Prune University. So multiple faculty from world renowned universities, and also and for also the ML who is teaching us, Dr. Sailesh Kumar sir. So he's also Reliance chief data scientist. He had experience in Google, Ola, vice president act also. So we get a
Correct. I have a complaint as well from the students that the placement are mostly in the Reliance company. Is it true or not?
No, not really. Like this year we have placement from Suzlon, EY, PwC. As
So
of
all
now,
the consulting company coming in campus. I was just checking it out.
right.
BCG is coming, PwC, Ernst and Young. तो अभी
Yeah,
बचा
so
क्या?
BCG did came for our internship.
Unless it's acquired by Reliance, Reliance तो बात as of now तो
So
he and Y is independent.
and Just Dial also gave PPO to one of our peer. Along with that, there are multiple companies which are in pipeline, which will be visiting in next coming days for our placement. As our we from the next week, our placement week starts. So, Kushwan, will you like to add?
Yeah, more or less he covered a little bit. So they're also trying to do lateral entry. So more personal customization also. If you have specific goals or specific things, so according to your profile, they are trying to push you in that also. There is no force of that.
Correct. So, and one last thing is your fees is not 13 lakhs. That includes your 13.30, yeah, 13.30.
Yes.
That includes everything, your hostel, food, everything, the khana, pina, rehna, pina nahi, khana or rehna included. So, including the trip to Singapore, how was this 2 weeks of experience?
It was completely enriching experience. I think once in a lifetime experience, to be honest. You get the global international exposure. Maybe we can call it ourselves as a global citizen. So we had fun, we had knowledge, we got to explore the city, we made best memories with the friends. Our bonds became more tight. So it's a lot of fun
Of the
knowledge.
classroom bonding, we'll talk about it sometime. Let's talk about the classroom bonding. How it is? Is it an industry experience, industrial visit, or the study? What is normally done in these kind of internship trips?
So it was a blend of both. So for every so we have done two courses, blockchain and cybersecurity. So for both of them, we had industry visit. So for the blockchain, we have given end-to-end high level overview, what is happening, what quantum compute will do, how does this revolutionizing. In the cybersecurity, how much security is important for each application. So we had went to the global Seagate to see the cybersecurity parts, how they are manufacturing everything, and we visited the gift, so which is a Singapore for blockchain financial institution. So these are the multiple places.
Within it? So there's like a more of a experiential learning. And then अगर तुम बाहर जा रहे हो तो घूमना फिरना भी करना चाहिए यार उसके बिना क्या फायदा. So see, whenever I go abroad, so I always come back as a better human being. The way you
Right.
said, you always learn more than
Right,
things. It's not just about
exactly.
studies, about learning as well. So आउट ऑफ क्लास आपने पूरा कंट्री घूमा है. सिंगापुर वैसे भी छोटा था, ज्यादा
Right.
बड़ा है नहीं. एंड दैट्स नॉट इंक्लूडेड इन योर पैकेज बाय द वे कि तुम कल को बोलो कि मैं वहां घूम के आया था उसका ही पैसा भरो. So that's also where all you been to in Singapore?
So we have like we explored so many places like Marina Bay, Sentosa, then Universal Studios, then Cloud Forest, Cloud Dome, the Forest Dome, Flower Dome,
Flower Dome
and
का
Cloud
एयरपोर्ट
Forest.
के बाजू में है.
Right. Then IMM Mall. Then many of our many of our peers bought so many gifts, chocolates and shoes. Like people were fitting all the shoes in their bags, even though that wasn't even.
हाँ यार मैंने सुना है Nike even Hong Kong I saw the same thing. Nike shoes at 70% off.
Right,
60-70% off तो आराम से मिल जाता है. तो
right. And घूमना भी ठीक ही था. Like they have metro there, so they call it as what they call it metro something. We forgot. I guess, sorry. So it's like normal metro also, like we use in Mumbai or Delhi. So that kind of fare they had. So it wasn't expensive, but cabs are too expensive. Like it will charge you 2,000-3,000 for some
कैब तो
2-3.
पे करता है. And plus the extra charges of it. It's a fine country, no? Singapore is a fine country. It's fine for everything.
Right.
So yeah, if you take a local train का pass, metro pass, the day pass, तो घूमो सारा दिन तुम घूमते रहो. जितना घूमना आप पूरा cover up कर सकते हो वो चीज.
One thing to add is Jio made our experience really great because we had bus service from stay to campus, that is the NTO, Nanyang Technical University, and from there back to stay. So this distance was little like pretty much long. So this gave us the
taken care
bus
of.
for going and coming back. Along with that, they provided us the morning breakfast. Then mid-morning breakfast, we can say, like it was on
Brunch,
11,
right,
a brunch,
type.
and then we had lunch at 1 to 2, in between 1 to 2,
Hmm.
and all the food was totally good, and it was Indian food, so
Arre
we
wah.
really enjoyed. So getting Indian food abroad is very big deal.
luxury.
Right.
So many of the folks in our cohort, so they went to Malaysia on the weekends also, which is
Okay.
nearby.
Wow.
So they applied for
Visa on arrival, na? Visa on arrival.
visa on arrival. So Indians are free. So they went explored the weekend in Malaysia. They had fun. So this is one of
2
the
हफ्ते में
points.
इतना कुछ हो गया नाइस यार हाँ वीकेंड फ्री है तो यू कैन डू आई वाज सिमिलरली टॉकिंग टू वन गर्ल शी इन 2 weeks शी कंट्री शी कवर्ड 5 कंट्रीज आल्सो तो बहन तो पढ़ने गई थी क्या करने गई थी वहां बट ठीक है दिस आर पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ है दिस आर एक्सपीरियंस योर डे टाइम यू कैन स्टडी यू कैन वर्क जो भी आप करने जा रहे हो बट आई थिंक आफ्टर यू वर फ्री आफ्टर 4 PM राइट 4 or 5 PM फ्री
No, we were free after two after free.
हाँ फिर तो यू हैव टाइम टू एक्सप्लोर
It takes 1 hour for the traveling.
For the traveling.
So by 3 you are free till
देन
night.
तो जो मर्जी घूमना फिरना आप कर सकते हो सुपर सुपर थैंक यू ऑल द बेस्ट ऑल
Thank you so much.
and you got a job as well
Yes,
and
yes.
yesterday-
Yesterday